Watch Representative Jordan make Strzok turn beet red when he catches him in this massive lie. By Amy Moreno for TruthFeedNews.com. Representative Jim Jordan interviewed disgraced anti-Trump FBI agent Peter Strzok and scored a slam dunk. During the course of the interview, Jordan artfully weaved a web that snared Strzok in a massive lie that is sure to come back to haunt him in a huge way. The topic was the Trump-Russia dossier, and Jordan, with his skillful questioning, implicated the FBI and Fusion GPS in a cover-up regarding their relationship and a string of lies told to Congress. Fox News here. Jim Jordan, are there 3 copies of the dossier as evidence by what you said in this email? Peter Strzok, we received a variety of copies and different types of reports.
Chairman, Agent Strzok, did you provide any information to reporters, journalists, or media personalities about anything related to Trump-Russia investigation in 2016, 17, or 18?
No.
Did the press ever talk to you, Agent Strzok, about this issue? Did they ever come to you?
The Trump-Russia collusion investigation?
Did the press ever come to you? I'm asking first, did you talk to them? I'm asking now, did they ever come to you about anything related to Trump-Russia investigation in 2016, 2017, or 2018?
I received a number of calls from various members of the media, particularly when I returned from the Office of Special Counsel. In every instance I
Prior to going on the Special Counsel team, did you get any inquiries from the press that you took?
Not that I took. I referred them to the Office of Public Affairs of the FBI.
Have you read the dossier?
I have.
Okay, and you wrote about it too, didn't you?
I don't know what you mean by writing about it.
We got an email that you sent. It should be presented there, or should be in front of you there. I want you to take a look at this. This is an email you wrote to Lisa Page, Bill Precept, Jim Baker, Jim Rubicki, and CC'd Andy McCabe. Subject line is BuzzFeed's about to publish the dossier. You familiar with this email?
I am.
All right. Says this: comparing now, the set is only identical to what McCain had. Parentheses, it has differences from what was given to us by Korn and Simpson. You write all that?
Congressman, let me answer it this way. First, if I could address the chairman. Over the break, I was authorized by the General Counsel.
Hang on a second. I just want my time stopped if you could. Are you addressing me or the chairman?
I'd like to address the chairman because this is all going to come together in an answer.
Is there a question you want to direct?
It's something I wanted to answer your question from earlier based on something I've been told by the FBI.
Wait.
I think I'm aware of what the FBI told you, and you and I will have another chance to talk about that. But right now, the gentleman from Ohio controls the time.
You wrote this. That was the question.
So obviously,
do you see the from?
Congressman, here's
the from line. Do you see the from line?
Congressman, I do.
Yes,
I
Peter
understand.
Strzok. And then it says to Lisa Page and a whole bunch of other key people at the FBI. So did you write it?
I did write this.
All right, let me ask you a couple questions about it. It has differences from what was given to us by Korn and Simpson. Who's Korn?
Sir, to answer that question, and I would love to answer that question, and every part of me, and you know why I'd want to answer that question, because you have this information.
Who's Simpson?
I have been, sir, if I may. I cannot answer that question.
You wrote about it. It's now public. Who's Korn? Who's Simpson?
Based on direction by the FBI, sir, I am not able to answer questions about ongoing investigative matters.
I just want to figure this out. Agent Strzok. You're referencing 3 copies of the dossier. The BuzzFeed copy you have, the one John McCain's staff gave to you, and the one that you said you got from Korn and Simpson. The one McCain gave to you and the one BuzzFeed has are identical in your words, but they have the Korn and Simpson one is different.
Sir,
it's kind of important.
It is important, and I want to answer your question. And here's the position that I'm in, Congressman. I have been directed. I'll answer your question.
Mr. Chairman, may the witness be permitted?
Mr. Chairman, Mr. Jordan repeatedly asks a question, doesn't let him answer it.
The gentleman from Ohio controls the time.
I have been directed that I may state that I have read the dossier, that I read the dossier as it came in parts and pieces.
You've already told me you read it.
And
I want to know who
they-
Corn and Simpson are.
And sir, what I'm telling you is that I have been directed I may not state the various places
Okay, let
where
me ask
the
you this.
FBI
I got it. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying. Did you ever communicate with David Corn?
No,
Did you ever communicate with Glenn Simpson?
no,
Did you ever communicate with Nellie Orr?
no,
Did you ever communicate with Bruce Orr?
yes.
When did you communicate with Bruce Orr?
My recollection is somewhere between possibly three or four or five times in the late 2016, early 2017 timeframe.
What did you talk about?
We talked about investigative matters that Mr. Orr was involved in.
Did you talk about the investigation we're focused on here, Agent Strzok?
My direction from the FBI is that I may not answer that question. sir.
Let's go back to the email that you sent that you won't talk about. Are there 3 copies of the dossier as evidenced by what you said in this email?
Sir, to be clear, I want to talk about this email. I want nothing more
Say
than
that all
answer your
you
question
want, but you're
because
not
it will
talking
be
about,
sad
not
and
answering my
disappointing.
questions. Are there 3 copies?
3 copies of what?
The McCain copy, the BuzzFeed copy, and the one that you got from Corn and Simpson.
So the most I can say is we received a variety of copies of and different types of.
Let me ask you one other
reports
question.
from
Let me ask you one other question. Glenn Simpson testified in front of the Senate Judiciary Committee on August 22nd, 2017. He was asked, did anyone from Fusion ever communicate with the FBI? His response, no. No one from Fusion ever spoke with the FBI. So here's what I'm having trouble understanding. If Glenn Simpson says no one ever spoke with the FBI, how is it that you got a copy of the dossier from Simpson?
Sir, I can tell you I never had contact with Fusion, with Mr. Simpson, with Mr. Korn. And again, sir.
Chairman, regular order. The gentleman will have a few more seconds since he was interrupted.
Well, I mean, this is the frustration that every single member of this committee feels is when Agent Strzok won't answer, well, more importantly, the American people feel when Agent Strzok won't answer fundamental questions like the guy he references in an email, Korn and Simpson, and won't tell me who they are. This is unbelievable, but that's where it's gotten to now, and it's as frustrating as it can get, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.
Mr. Chairman, may I respond?
Briefly.
Sir, it is as frustrating to me as it is to you. I can tell you, sir, that I would love...
you know what, Agent Strzok?
Mr. Chairman, may the witness be permitted to answer.
If it's so...
Gentleman will suspend.
If it's so frustrating, answer the question.
If you allow him to, I'm sure he will.
He
No,
has
he
never
won't.
answered the question. Who
Right, he's never answered
We're
it.
about
The gentleman, to instruct the gentleman from Ohio to stop badgering and allow him to ask the question.
We're about to move on. The gentleman from Ohio's time's expired. And we're about to move on where Mr. Strzok can't.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like once they're trying to get to something, they hold the Republicans back, you know? I mean, yeah, it's frustrating to him also. Yeah, it's frustrating that he's getting caught up in everything. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, look at the arrogance in his face, though. The arrogance. Look at the arrogance. They think they control the country. That's basically what that look is. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.